For the ones that hear, hashtag love life. Them don't know my pain, my struggles and my gain. Every time I fall, Father God make me rise again. Them don't know my heart, them bad mind and them grudgeful and them want tear me apart. Them don't know my life, them don't know my fight. Father God bless me, now I can testify. And let me tell you about life, life. Every time that I fall, God pick me up, eh. And let me tell you about life. Every time that I stumble, God make me humble, Jah keep me humble. So never give up. If you lost your car, lost your job, never give up. On the street with no food to eat, you never give up.
Yeah.
Father God, I never give up. And let me tell you about life.
All right, so people, you need to let me know if you all hearing me. If you all hearing me, let me know some fire emojis or something like that. If you all hearing me, all right. Let me see. Okay, so it's another edition of the live on the live. Yours truly, RKG. Tonight is a bit different. I'll explain that in a little while. Bass is gonna join me. We have two beautiful ladies on the live tonight. You know, so it's that kind of vibe now. Woman power, female power, that kind of energy. So you let me know if you all hearing me. Go share the live. Let me go and share it to a few people. Yeah. Alright, so let me go and share. Let me know if you all hearing me. Alright, just give me some kind of signal or something once you hear me. Alright, so we have Lexi on the live tonight, new artist also. We have entrepreneur, artiste, Amrika is also gonna join the live. Let me know if you all hearing me. If you all hearing me, send me some kind of emojis. Let me know if you're hearing me, right? So love on, let me know if you're hearing me also. I just want to I'm testing something here at the same time. Let's see. Right, so nice. So the city him. Nice. So it's been a crazy week. Lots been going on. I've seen lots on the social media. I've seen a lot of stuff in the news again. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointed. Right. Very, very disappointing. So we'll talk about that in a few. But we have Amrika on the live. We have Bass gonna join me on the live, and of course, I'm promoting my new song I just dropped. And if you all saw the video yet, you can go and check out the video. All right, it's called Love Life in the background, and if you all hear it,
Hashtag love life. Them don't know my pain, my struggles and my gain. Every time I fall, Father God make me rise again. Them don't know my heart, them bad mind and them grudgeful and them want tear me apart. Them don't know my life, them don't know my fight. Father God bless me, now I can testify. And let me tell you about life, Life, life. Every time that I fall, God pick me up. God pick me up. Yeah. And let me tell you about life.
Brand new RKG. Go check out the music video after the live, right? That's the live. After the live, type in RKG. Love Life. Powerful song with a powerful message. Shay, thanks. Powerful song with a powerful message. You know what I mean? Never, ever, ever give up. No matter how hard it is, we're facing challenges every single day. Let me tell you something about that song, right? I woke up 3 a.m. and I wrote that song a few months ago. And what inspired me to write this song, first of all, I'll tell you, I had a friend by the name of Leroy Thomas Gotti that passed away about a year ago. Very close brethren to me. When I tell you close, you know, sometimes out of all your friends, you always have that one person that really believe in you, that really, 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 really believe in you. You know, you and that person have a different kind of vibration, a different kind of vibes. And me and that brother connected on that level, you know what I mean? So, he passing really, 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 really hit me hard. You know what I mean? Because we were really close. You know what I mean? And I was there coming on to the end, you know, literally to the end of his physical journey. You know what I mean? And you know, sometimes we see people every day and we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what, you know, go share the life, go share it with a friend. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what people are going through. People facing. There are a lot of people right now hungry. There are a lot of people unable to have a breakfast, a lunch, dinner. Just a meal. That's one meal for the day. You know, I actually looking to start a drive. It's called the Love Life Drive. You know, where I want to help a home. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, adopting a home now. You know what I mean? Every month, as many as possible. You know, as many as possible. So that is it. I mean, simple things like flour, rice, oil, butter, cornflakes. I'll be asking my people to donate. Very, very important. But a lot of people already not having, you know. A lot of people, they see them smiling every day, coming to work. A lot of people can't pay the mortgage, can't pay the rent. A lot of people gotta, you know, the car being repossessed. So many things, you know, going on right now in the world today. You know what I mean? And sometimes nothing wrong nothing wrong to go out and help people outside of Trinidad, but sometimes, you know, we have to make sure people right here good first now. You know what I mean? Make sure people good. Very, very important. So that is what really inspired me to sing this song. You know, it was a dedication to him. And I felt as though when I get the instrumental at first, I felt as though, boy, you know, I sent it to a few people and they were like, yo, KG, you see this tune here? You see this vibes here? I feel like Gil's tune on it, you know. But, you know, I custom singing Gil's tune, you know. From every party she goes, she was, you know, the real rock out tune. They say she come for the carnival. She's a whining criminal. So many songs, you know what I mean? So I felt as though I want to do something a little different now, something that could actually give back to the nation. The nation needed a song, right? And the amount of messages I've been getting after doing this song in my entire career, not to say I've never got the support any messages, but my entire career, something about this song just connect with people.
All the soldiers and fast and God.
Something about the song people that's like.
The ones that here, hashtag love life. Them don't know my pain, my struggles and my gain. Every time I fall, Father God make me rise again. Them don't know my heart. Them backbite and them grudgeful and them want tear me apart. Them don't know my life. Them don't know my fight. Father God bless me. Now I can testify. And let me tell you about life. Life, life. Every time that I fall, God pick me up. God pick me up. Yeah. And let me tell you about life. Life, life. Every time that I stumble, God pick me humble. Jah keep me humble. So never give up. If you lost it all, lost your job, never give up. On the streets with no food to eat, you never give up. Just pray to Father God, I never give up. I let me tell you about life. So many mothers cry, so many people die. Is either by the gun or viruses to ask me why. Just looking at the mirror, you.
Yeah, man, you all need to go check out the music video. Right? Music video is epic. I want to big up 3M production, Shania Corina, Shania Hernandez, all the actors that played a very important part in it. You know what I mean? All the actors have played a very important part. Where's Bass though? I'm looking for Bass. Bass seems like Bass is missing in action. We have Lexi. She's gonna join us. She's gonna join us in a few minutes. Ah boy.
Good day, sir.
Hey.
Okay, y'all ready tonight, boy?
Yeah, I'm ready tonight. But listen to this. See the best show.
Drinking Kool-Aid.
No, not Kool-Aid, bro. Trust me. You know, one thing about you, I must admit, and a lot of people do understand you, is you support a lot of people, right? From the inception of meeting Bass, right? You are one of the radio announcers and artists. You just dance yard before you dance about it. You just support people. And you told me before, you say, hey, what's going on? It's good to patronize. Sometimes it's not about Amanda's giving you a blight. So, Trotty by us started his own business doing.
Okay, very good.
Trotty Rum Punch.
Okay,
right?
nice one. Yeah.
Right, Trotty Rum Punch is only $100 a bottle, you know. And he decided, and I say, you know what? On the live, you know, before I sponsor money, like, let me patronize and give him a sale. So I bought a bottle and the thing tasted real good, boy.
Okay. So he didn't come to you. You went to him.
Well, actually, yes. I saw him selling it at work. And I was like, bro, I will take a bottle. How much for a bottle?
Wrong with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everybody at your job should buy a bottle of Trotty's Rum Punch.
Yeah, Trotty's Rum Punch. Look at it. You know, he knows any label. I think I need to do anything. He face any label. Yeah. Trotty's Rum Punch.
I like the label. I like the old man thing, man.
Yeah. It is something, boy. This will real sell for Christmas. Is it Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas. And he getting it in there now. Yeah. Right, so Trotty, pick up yourself, man, with the Rum Punch. A Rum Punch is something much more. You see people in foreign love a Rum Punch, you know.
Yes,
whenever you're traveling and things, back in the days, people always tell you bring a bottle of Rum Punch. It's something you don't really see that often again.
Yeah.
So they're trying, but that's what they're trying to bring back actually with the grapefruit and the pink this and the that and that kind of thing.
Yes,
but the actual Rum Punch is a good thing Trotty on today. You know what I mean?
I want to congratulate you though.
What is that?
I want to congratulate you. You started the TikTok challenge.
Oh, the TikTok Mommy challenge. Oh, you mean this? The TikTok Mommy challenge? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the TikTok Mommy challenge. Yeah, man, it's on it. I just the instrumental we could talk.
Yeah, well, basically, you started the challenge, and a lot of times, people feel as though, as radio announcers, working on radio, artists, it's easier for us. You know, it's easier for us. I don't know, basically, I don't know if it needs to change your Wi-Fi again, but it's easier.
No, I got. I touch your phone in.
All right, a lot of times people think it's easier for us being on radio. Boy, them fellas go and get a tune play, but they don't know it's actually harder for us.
Especially for us.
Yeah,
for us. It's harder for us.
Actually harder for us. So that's why I want to congratulate you, because I see you produced your own song, you recorded your own song, and you decided to do your own challenge. And I see the challenge real picking up on the TikTok.
Yeah, man.
You understand? People even in work tell me, boy, you and Bass doing a nice thing on the live, and I like the TikTok vibes, and you know, so you just keep pushing. I think that's some words of inspiration, I bet you.
Yeah, man, nice, man. Loving, man. People don't see the progress. People don't see what you're doing, you know. Sometimes they don't like it's you who doing it, but they see what you're doing.
Well, first of all, tonight, normally, your boy just a fancy light. He stand holding I literally holding my phone tonight, because remember last week we did the live, right, with Mohammed.
David Mohammed, yeah.
David Mohammed. I left my entire equipment by my in-laws, Bridget. So right now I hold the phone. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
It happens. It happens.
So we have Lexi on the live. She's gonna join us.
Yeah, Lexi.
In about 2 minutes, we have Amrika on the live.
You have Amrika on the live.
As I tell
show my face light up, Amrika. Show my face light up there. Amrika, face light up on the live, boy.
Yeah, boy. Careful in a beast.
No, watch no, it's all love, man. It's respect, man.
All right, so you see what kind of thing going on? What kind of thing going on?
No, but watch. I have a new I bring a new tripod here, and like it's shaky, but it's falling. So I don't go for my usual tripod. I don't go for my usual tripod. Because I ain't holding that thing all night like you. But I feel like in solidarity with you, I will hold it. I will hold it too. So we go hold our vibes. Yeah,
it's really right.
Yeah, we go hold our. We go hold our vibes together.
So what do you think about the whole situation that's happening right now? You know what I'm talking about?
The situation that happened early on today, that I'm taking on today. Well, the latest results is Gary up in Lavantil and everything is okay. Everything cool. So it's all good.
Well, I wasn't talking about that, so I kind of maybe new to that. I was talking about the fact that anti-cams have an issue with things.
Oh, your former co-worker?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he addressed it. I actually watched the show, his show on when it was Tuesday, right? And he addressed the situation because he actually was making fun of graphic artists, did something and called it the the Balize brew, and everybody wanted to know if he could be neutral because he was thinking, and he said it himself. He said he intends to be neutral, and that is a show that you know.
My thing is, people, a lot of times, I don't want to get too in depth with it, but I honestly believe the brother can be neutral. He's one of those brothers. He's capable. He's talented enough. He has been he's very professional. He has been in the industry for over 20 years plus. You know what I mean? So come on. You know what I mean? I think it's a
But he did align himself with, you know what I'm saying? He did align himself with, so you can't blame people for asking that.
Right, but how many other people on that side also align themselves too?
Well, okay, yeah.
And work at different media houses and list goes on, come on.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, the only time will tell, and he has to prove himself. I mean, certain people... Yeah. Well, I know you don't like to talk about, look at me, a lot of people align me with a certain party, but I neutral. If you do good, I think if you do bad, I talk. But anytime, but we not kind of, you see the ketchup and I just call it the ketchup and mustard. You see the ketchup and mustard syndrome that does really divide us. Is if you talk for, but if you talk against, so you're damn if you do, damn if you don't. But we all have to live and we all have to speak up. Is that a Lexi?
Hi.
Hi.
That's Lexi in the building. Good evening, Lexi.
Anybody ever call her? Anybody ever call her sexy? Anybody ever call her sexy Lexi?
Yes, based, yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice. Okay, great.
Why that song? They like you called her that before?
No. This is the first time I'm meeting her. First time. First time.
Seriously? You sure?
Yeah, like we ever met Lexi, I've interviewed her. Sometimes I just interview people and I don't know. But I don't think about it.
I remember if we ever met her.
Yeah. Huh? We met?
I can't remember if we met.
Yeah. No, I would have remembered. Of course, I would have remembered.
I don't think I ever met, she could correct me. I don't think I ever met her either. I heard of her through Nice Nation because I also work in Nice Nation. So I would have gotten music to Nice Nation. Welcome on the live. Yours truly, RKG and Beast Lexi. Yep. Lexi. Now, before I get in with you and your career, when I said to Beast, I said Lexi's on the live. He was like, "Who's that? The guy?" And when I tell him no, the female, he sounds a little more happier now, because it was a female, of course, right? But
there's a guy called Lexi. There's a male artist called Lexi.
That's managed by Mill Beats.
Mill Beats, yeah. I know that Lexi, yeah.
Right?
That's all right. Yeah, hurry up and pass that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever get mixed up? Like people ever mix you guys up? The male Lexi with you?
You could kind of say a little, but nothing big and much because I think he is triple X or triple I or some kind of thing like that. But then I is Lexi Queen Savage. I is not just Lexi.
Oh.
So I have the QSM at the end of mine. So yeah, it have a difference.
All right.
Yeah. So explain that Queen Savage thing to me. What is that Queen? You're the sorcerer.
Well, yeah, it's a queen, a savage. I don't think them really nice, soft, melodic. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, so you wear what?
No, but honestly, what I said, even if I come in rough or whatever the case may be, I still have a sentimental inside of me. So yeah.
Right. So you're more like if I had to compare you, well, let me tell you, this to like a real rougher lady soul kind of vibes coming on the road, that kind of thing, no? And that rough.
Nah.
Oh no, a little subtle, more subtle than lady.
A little in between, but I mix me with a Shensia style and then
Shensia, right, nice. Yeah.
Right. So tell me, Lexi, you're in the business for a few years now, right? I know that you work with Nice Nation, all right?
Yeah.
But for the people on the live, go share the live. Let us know a little bit about Lexi. Where Lexi came from, where Lexi represents, whether it's uptown, downtown, wrongtown, how you started, how you came into the industry.
All right, so let me start with how I came in first. Basically, that time I was working security. Amalgamated. I wasn't into the singing thing, right? That was about 2017. I said I'm gonna post a little video with myself, joking, singing fan song raise to do my rendition. And from since after that, boom, that's how Nice Nation get in contact with me because I had a friend who was like, I didn't know you could sing though. And from since after that, that's basically it. But basically, I rep the whole of Lavender. I don't just rep one part. I rep the ghetto.
Uptown, downtown.
So nobody knew you could have sing before. You was just singing in your bathroom, singing in your kitchen.
No. Actually, I was heavily involved in the arts, but I was a dancer before singing. I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when my mom come and died, and think dreams change, so I just decided to let go and start singing.
When is it dancer? We're talking best village dance. What kind of dance you're talking about?
No, like literally general dance, like any style of dance. I was taught by Greg Robert, you know, the top choreographer in Trinidad. He's a top.
All right. So you dance with Soca Monarch and that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, dance 20. The last time I danced was 2020. It's 2020 or 2019, one of them.
Right. Nice.
So how did you venture from dancing to the you say you started sing and to what you are now? What was the evolution?
Well, the revolution, it wasn't literally hard. I was always talented and creative too. I just never pushed myself more into the singing. So it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard transferring.
Right. Tell us how you link up with Nice Nation. How that collaboration came about?
On Facebook, that's what I told you. I post fan song singing raise.
Oh, so that's
and someone heard it. That's what actually blew me up. Yeah, they heard it.
What made you choose that? What made you choose that song? Fan raise, the vocal range. What made you choose that song?
I think I didn't know about that time. I didn't like this song, so I said, I was born on work waiting for relief, and I said, no, let me just make noise in the people RBC bank, and I sang this song, and that was it. I ended up in a studio.
Lexi, you know what's the name of the show, right? On the live. Let me get it live on acapella now.
We hear a new day.
Which one?
The raise. Hey, everyone.
All right.
Raise it.
I know they calling and fetch we calling. No time for stalling. Let's go. Wake up everyone who's sleeping. Meet me on the road. Two hands in the air. Yes. All hands in the air. Everybody show me something. Show me something. All hands in the air. Show me. Yes.
Nice, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some vocals.
I could see why Nice Nation was impressed. I could see it.
Yeah. But you don't look like how you song, right? And anybody ever said that to you before?
plenty, yeah. That is never mixed, that is never put the voice together with the face, yeah.
So she's supposed to look.
No. Listen where I'm going. Well, she looks like she has a rough voice. In terms, all right, for image what I'm seeing right now, she looks like a.
Wait, you said she looking ghetto?
Listen, I never said that. She looks like hold on, wait. You calm yourself. She looks like a new age Patra, if you understand.
Patra, yes.
Yes, like a Patra with the hairstyle and the braids.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful young lady. You know what I mean? I was going there. You looking for bacchanal. I never said that.
So she's supposed to say, I was supposed to song?
Oh, God.
Come on, man, RKG.
So,
go notches.
So, yeah, me now, Lexi. A nice woman like you. Are you married or are you single? Are you in a relationship? Come on, Lord, we want to know your business.
First of all, you're a young woman. How old are you in your 20s, early 20s or 30s?
I can tell you my age is 27.
27, man.
Well, you're young.
Yeah. You look young for it, but you could be you're almost a TikTok mommy.
Oh, Lord, Father. All right, babe.
You have kids, by the way?
Yeah, one daughter. She's 7.
All right, nice. All right, nice.
Somebody say you look like Spice. No, she don't look like no Spice.
No, man.
She don't look like no Spice. Who's that? Take that person off your life. Take that person off your life. Who said that day? That person blind now.
Yes, you want to see there.
Yeah, no, that's Spice.
All right, so back to the original question. Let me answer.
Okay, well, yes, I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
Like
you realize with the baby daddy or with the child father?
You're smiling.
Yeah, for me, tell me, a woman say, I'm in a relationship.
Yeah. Virgin, whoever is they get through, as actually
nice.
Let me just say, everybody's a team.
Basically, that's a woman asks a question and I tell you, a single.
Yeah, we had a woman on the live. We had a woman on the live do that. Man was right there.
Yes. Nah, I can't lie. He's far from me.
Okay, but no, we had a woman on the live and the man was right there.
Yeah.
Serious, that is a kind of insult. That is a disrespect.
Okay, well, I know she maybe doesn't. Some woman just doesn't want people to know the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, Lexi. We're in a pandemic right now. Based on the music I've been listening to, you look like a real performing artist, like you like the stage. I guess obviously nobody been singing anyway. Once you're doing the right thing, how do you feel dealing with the pandemic?
I wouldn't say I feel no type of way because one, whilst things was even going down into the corona season before I even get this dread, I was done invested. Well, my team and I was investing already in our studio. Right now, I'm actually in my home studio. So I wouldn't say yeah, look at that.
What?
I wouldn't say I lot out anything. I wouldn't lot out anything but the performances and, well, yeah. But people behind my back, man, like to mix and master my thing.
Very good, boy, Lexi. Very good.
BS, one thing I want to big up Altitude Records on the live too. One thing I want to mention, BS, from the inception now, I've never seen her in real life. We just had a WhatsApp conversation before this interview, and now we're having the interview. And one thing I must say about her, she's one of I've been interviewing artists from Barrington.
She's conducting herself very well in this interview.
Right, the Spizzler, the Bunch I've interviewed, and you also interviewed nearly every single artist, locally and regionally, and her confidence.
Yes,
she has confidence, but I want to congratulate you on that.
That is one thing with an artist. You're supposed to own the interview. Like you walk in that room, you own that room, you own it, because you would have tell if I wasn't interested in you, Lexi, I would have be like, I'd have been sleep on myself. You know what I mean? But you have me interested. You have me wanting to know more. That is very important. You know what I mean? Especially sometimes people see you before they hear you. And it's so you hear your music. You know what I mean? So congrats to you, boy, Lexi. You have problem. So when you see yourself really going in this thing, I mean, you only you do the like the dance, all way to soca. But how do you describe your style?
And I hear that clearly, sweetie.
No, you say, how do you describe your style? Where you do dance, all soca, everything? What you do?
Basically, I'm a very all-rounder artist. But I wouldn't describe myself as a soca artist. I'm more basically a dancehall, R&B, soca, a real different type of genre mix day. So my dream is not really to be localized. Most artists is to be international, if you understand what I'm saying. But I want to go there. I don't really want to stay because the vocal range and the capability I have, I think Trinidad not really accepting it.
Right.
So right now I just sticking in the arena, obviously, to get known. I will sing the soca, I'll sing the dancehall, but eventually somebody out there will see some big manager and they say, here, well, I like that girl that is there, and boom.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll represent the TNT big.
Yeah.
So what you're doing to achieve that? What are you doing to achieve that?
Well, a lot, you see, listen to me. There's some people on the live here that I can't tell my dream. You just gotta see in the working when it come like, yeah, boy, Lexi really tell me this 2021.
Right,
so keep looking up.
Right.
So if changing up the character is part of it, that one step. Not the name.
Lexi, I really like your confidence. I ain't lying to tell you.
Thank you.
I consider BS is a veteran, I is a young veteran. Well, a younger veteran, right? But Lexi's confidence is out of this world by BS by.
Well, confidence is everything, you know. You must have confidence first. Right?
Oh, God,
somebody said requesting a song with name Pum Pum what? Pum Pum what?
No, I got this song.
Oh, I see Pum Pum there. Oh my God.
I have a song like that, but I got the song at 10.
Oh, give him Pum Pum live, Pum Pum all.
All right, there's a question, Lexi. There's a question, and people asking some questions. Feel free to ask questions. We also have Amrika coming up with the live in a few minutes.
Amrika coming? Amrika?
Yeah, so Lexi, you don't know where to go, right, Lexi?
Nah, home.
You're lying with me. You gotta get something to drink, you know, because I know you don't know where to sing right now.
Oh God! I don't get some agua.
What do you drink, by the way? What is your drink of choice? What is your drink of choice?
I like more wine. I like red wine, girl, white wine. I don't really like hard alcohol because oh God, that is go. Yeah, local.
All right. So, question here: which artist you would most want to do a collaboration with?
Chancia.
There's about the
Lexi.
There's about the fourth.
Yeah, but that's she idol.
I love she hot boy, girl, bad.
You must do one of Shensia's songs and tag her and see if she if she link you.
What is your love? What is your love she? In what way love she?
No. You see, when let's have a reason. I realize you said
I'll kid you. What kind first you're calling the girl ghetto, now you're calling she a lesbian?
I never said that.
Behave yourself now.
No, when a woman
she's a ghetto lesbian.
She songs very passionate. No, she sounds very passionate. No, listen to me. Lexi, me and you good, although you know me, but listen to me, right? Although
when I say I love her,
right,
right, it's basically her confidence, her style. Okay, she had a child young just like me, right? Nobody believes in her, and she just blow up, boom. Something about her, she had a same passion and drive, like she just don't give a, you don't care, you don't have time.
So you are the final Vibes Cartel, but who's your Vibes Cartel girl?
we want to collaborate besides Shensia.
Cardi B, but I go quite out there, Cardi B.
Yeah, but she didn't say a bass, a kid, she a Bungie, a Marshall.
Oh, nah, man. She want to be out there. She want to be out there. She not on this local thing. Come now, man.
No. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. I have no favorite. I have one local favorite.
Hey,
no,
I agree with you, girl. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Don't do not win no Trinidad artists. Some of them Trinidad artists. Listen to me. Some of them artists from Trinidad, they do things with them that does blight here. You just get blight. So don't think that. I ain't saying me and RPG, but some of them just blight.
I just be up there tonight.
You just blight here, and then the bad mind. Look like she's singing better than me.
The local folk artists I would love to work with is Poetry.
Like
there's a lesbian in truth. Only I said that woman you want to work with.
What kind of, I know God tell any man.
Oh, okay. Let me hear the man. One, it must have one man in the one.
Over to you, boy.
Okay.
Big up Marshall.
Real bad boy.
Good Marshall. Big up Marshall. Big up Marshall. All right. So you would like to
make that happen.
All right.
I hear on the properly.
All right. So I feel you need to load on the volume in the back of
because we hear a lot of feedback in the feedback from you.
Tell them lower the volume in the back. Tell them take it on.
Yeah, low down the levels.
All right. So here we're gonna do. We are gonna discussion. This is on the live leaders line. I don't know if we can get somebody to get some wine there. I don't know what base could drink, but we want to bring Amrika on the live too.
Amrika coming in live.
Yeah, we wanna bring Amrika on the live too. We are having a discussion today. As usual, as we normally do on the live. And we're drinking, as I said before, I love to support local. So we're drinking. Oh, Bass, hello.
Look, Amrika, hello. Hello.
That's your wireless.
Woo.
No te sientas así, no te quiso
I don't know, Amrika does dance Spanish and thing, Latin.
Yeah, we're going on.
It says dance Spanish.
We have hold up. Wait, hold up for a second. Amrika, since no, yeah, we're going on. For those who don't watch any live, go share the live. Now listen to this, right? Amrika was on our live about 1 month and something ago.
Yeah.
And she came on live as
it was a month and 3 days and 36 hours and 5 minutes.
Right. She was on the live. She came up. We had our guests, and she came to talk to the guests on the live. Now we decided to feature Lexi and Amrika officially on the live tonight. When I said to Bass, I said, Bass, you know we have on the live tonight. Watch that. I had Bass on a call, a video call. Bass had to hold the heart in her.
Yeah, but I must go in a coma.
The man started to hold him. Who? Him, Amrika? Who was it? You know, Blackie sing about if I hope say what?
Yes.
Like, you want to pay your payment place or?
Welcome.
Yes, good night, Amrika.
Thank you very much for having me. Good night, Lexi. Nice to meet you.
Same to you, sweetie. Good night.
Do you all know each other? You all know of each other? You know?
No.
Okay. There's a next woman you might like to work with, Lexi, since I only like to work with us as a woman.
Yeah.
What? Yes,
you? So I want to check out some of
you like Bacchanal? All right, I'll follow you back.
Okay.
No, Amrika, I wanna tell you, my
Hot in here, boy. Hot boy. All of a sudden, hot in here.
Bass, I think you need to calm yourself a little bit. Let's do the interview properly, because I know you have a certain kind of a crush, a certain kind of love for the woman, but oh God, calm yourself down, right?
No, me?
No, my first interaction, me seeing Amrika for the first time I remember was actually shown Winchester Band You.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
I came to perform at, I think, one of his first all-inclusive addiction. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Right. And I saw Amrika, and I was like, wait, who is this chick? You know, she had a different look. She was performing. She was sounding good. At the time, I'd never heard of her before, but I was very impressed with the first time I saw you. And after that, obviously, we on the social, so I'll see you on the social. And I want to tell you this before we actually get into the interview and get into you as an individual entrepreneur. I like your post. Every time you post something of upliftment, something that you could watch, positive. Something that you could, it would transcend to people in a positive way. So I want to say hats off to you on that before we actually get in on the interview. Basically, take over now.
Well said, RKG. Well said. I couldn't have said it any better. Well said, RKG. Well said. But the first time I met Amrika, I think was from and Jack was it for the Young Kings? I think it was for the Young Kings.
Yes.
Young Kings audition. Young Kings audition. I was in 2016 when I took my fast when I had a first touch going in the bush. I was saying, well, best I go in the Young Kings.
Yes. Branch all over the place.
Yeah, and I went in the Young Kings. And then you had to sing with this cassette and a CD thing, audition with that. But yeah, I think that's the first time we had a conversation. So it was cool chick.
No, Amrika, I didn't know. It's only after. When I saw your performance showing, it looked like a real soca lady, like one of them.
One thing whether she could switch it up, Amrika like a chameleon, she just switch it up.
Well, that's what I said. And then when I started to follow you, and I realized, before all of that, it was Santi Maniti,
First and foremost.
Calypso.
So you started with Calypso. Let's go there. Let's go on the inception of Amrika, where you started.
Okay, I started at the age of 6 years old, coming out of Melville Memorial Girls Anglican School. That was the primary school. I always reflect on Michelle Henry, who normally is in the live. She was a student at Melville Memorial Girls, and one of our teachers, Michelle Hazel, she would normally stay back in the afternoons with Michelle and help her to rehearse, because Michelle was the calypsonian of the school. Right? She would, help her rehearse. And my mom used to work in the afternoons, so she used to come to school to pick me up a little later than when school is finished. And I would stay back with Miss Hazel and Michelle. And over the period of time that I'm there sitting down listening to Michelle sing, I learned all her words. So there was my mom came and she picked me up. Mind you, since I'm probably in my mom's belly, she's singing to me. When I was born, she used to put me on her feet. You know how you watch men dancing and they have the little girls dancing on their feet and they're moving, and they that's how my mom used to have me. So the influence of music, I grew up in Belmont. I went to school in Belmont, so I had emancipation music, I had reggae, I had the influence of conscious, of soca, of chutney. I had all the influences of music around me. And then being exposed to Michelle Henry, singing calypso in the class, and being exposed to that. When my mom came and she heard me singing all the words, she said, Miss Hazel, but Amrika like to sing. So Miss Hazel was like, well, okay, if she could get a song by tomorrow, she will get in the competition. We thought it was a school competition. We thought it was Melville Memorial Girls Anglican Schools competition. My mom was a photographer in those times, and she did photos for Bill Trotman. Everybody knows Uncle Bill Trotman, right? Panadol Man.
Bill Trotman.
Yes.
Lexi, do you know who Bill Trotman is? You know who Bill Trotman is? No, serious.
Lexi kind of young.
Yes.
Huh? No, if Lexi don't know who Bill Trotman is, it's okay. Lexi, do you know who Bill Trotman is?
No, edify
exactly.
me.
Yes, tell her who we have to.
I was actually, before you continue, actually, as we were on the topic of Calypso, I was about to ask Lexi, with all these things that you've been singing, have you ever ventured into doing like a Calypso before?
Yes, my first Calypso on YouTube, it released 2 weeks ago. It's called Deliver.
Nice,
okay.
nice.
Yeah, but back to Bill Trotman, and we talk about Mommy,
yes,
I want to go back to school.
Yes.
Oh, I know him, yeah.
Right,
So,
yeah, real kicks, man.
So my mom did some photos for him, and she contacted him the same afternoon. She asked, she said, Bill, my daughter gets enter a little Calypso competition. If it says she gets a song, where is it you could do first? He said, right, come up. So we went by him. And he had this song written, Staying Small. From the time I pick up the paper, long time they're writing paper and they're playing cassettes, he started to take his guitar and he started to play and he recording the music and he's singing the song for me and he's telling me repeat the lines. And as I singing, I picking up the song word for word. By the next day I went to school with the paper, and Miss Hazel watching my mother and she watching me like, but this girl get to sing yesterday evening. By the next 2 weeks, they carried me to NJAC Pioneers competition, right? So I made it to the finals. And that was like my debut there, because from that moment, the paper...
What age were you there?
I was 6 years.
6
wow,
years.
Yes,
wow.
I was 6 years old.
Now that's something like something a teenager, a big woman got to go through.
Yeah, that's why I asked her.
I was age 6, and my mother thought it was a school competition. It was a schools competition, but it was schools against schools. We performed in the Bear Complex. I was in Pioneers competition. I placed 8th that year, and the next year I entered, I placed 1st and got the opportunity to go to London to perform in Carnival, Notting Hill Carnival for 6 weeks, along with Kizzy Reese and Kerwin Dubois. We performed in the ABC tent over there. And
because Kerwin came up in that
Calypso, yeah.
Correct. Before the soca thing, it was Kerwin Dubois involved in Calypso, and he was basically kind of adopted by the tent.
You kind of raise a light bulb in my head right now. You said Kerwin.
Yes,
Yeah, but thinking, what is Amrika's age?
I was 6. And I was 7 when I went away there. He was already a teenager.
Oh, right.
And Kizzy was already in her
And KG, I find you only embarrassing the woman on the live, so you're calling Lexi, you're calling Lexi.
I'm 33.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
She's a young TikTok mommy. You're calling Amrika old. You're calling Lexi a lesbian. What she do?
Hey.
Amrika, don't take on this one. But listen to this, right? She ain't ready to be no mommy as yet. But go ahead.
Yes. So so after that year, of course, I pursued Calypso. It became a love of mine. You know, sometimes you don't know your calling, but your calling really calls you. Nobody in my family sang Calypso. There were no performers in my family except for my father's side, and they did Indian classical dancing. So the singing thing was really God-given. From there, I continued pursuing Calypso, winning competition after competition. Of course, there was a lot of defiance because who is the East Indian coming in the Calypso thing.
Well, and I really wanted to ask her that before you ever get to know me. Who's that Indian? Who's that Indian girl? The Indian girl she's singing soca. When she wants to sing some chutney, boy.
Yeah, well, I get that a lot, especially as an adult. And I have to hit some people with a jamming song that Brian London wrote for me. You know, not because of what I look like means that is what I'm supposed to be doing. God has given me a calling, and regardless of what it is, I could do what I want. I'm a Trinidadian before an Indian, and I represent culture.
All right, well, stick a pin in it for a second there, right?
Lexi, you're still low there, Lexi. You're still a little low, you know.
Yeah, again.
I want to tell people about the hot shop. Right, listen to this, right?
Lexi, in the cinema.
Tony King Twilight on the light. Big up Barry High.
From Boston, actually. He's one of the very, very known DJ in Boston. And he has to bring in Tony King from Mighty
Tony
King.
Yeah.
Yes, he's on the live right now.
Right,
Tony
listen to this, right?
Even Barry Hype's in RKG out that time, man.
Listen to this, right? Big up Barry Hype, rubber boy from a long time now. I was about to ask you that question where when we was talking earlier. Being an East Indian, right? Because my mom is East Indian, right? My father is African, right? At the end of the day, to me, all are we black. That is how I look at it.
Correct.
Right?
But while you are in Trinidad, people don't see that.
No, my mother is like East Indian, like, Indian, right? No, I am. I just want to before, and the reason I'm asking this question because all the years I know myself, I've never been discriminated in any way, until about 3 years ago. Let me say 3 to 5 years ago, I had a situation where I was coming out of this car park, and this guy almost hit me, East Indian guy, right? And he looked at me and said, he used the N-word.
Yeah.
You're so and so. And I feel so offended. Felt so offended. So the question is now, you being of East Indian coming into the Calypso arena, have you ever really gotten that real discrimination?
I personally, growing up as a teenager, I think my mom took most of that jamming. So I wasn't really exposed to it. I was around it, and of course I would have picked up on certain things, but I wasn't exposed to it. She had the broad back for that. And then when I became a young adult, of course people will utter little nuances and you would hear certain things, but for me, I don't give power to those things. So yes, there might be things that affect you, but what is yours is yours. And my power is my voice, and not only through singing, in terms of what comes out of my heart. And Calypso for me has been that. It has been my voice for so many years that now as an adult and I'm hearing it directly coming to me. For me, I don't give energy to that. You deal with that on your own because that's a hang-up you have. That
where's the worst thing they ever call it? Where's the worst that they ever call it Calypso Kamla?
No.
I
think within the industry, people have a lot of respect for me. Especially in Calypso, because most people in the industry, they know me from a child growing up.
Right.
So they've always maintained that respect. Yes.
How about Lexi? You ever face any kind of discrimination, Lexi?
Nah, just haters.
Haters, okay.
Yeah, we don't give power to haters.
Nah, yeah, it's not just nobody. You know when you come out and there's a thick artist, most of the time they'll be like, oh, she take her, but expect the bone.
No, Lexi.
We ain't really see you stand up there now. We ain't really see you, no. I ain't really see only head to toe. Let's see. Oh, there's a whole Lexi there. What is a whole Lexi? Use a Lexi, use Plexi. Wow.
Lexi look like a Burger King with real patties.
Wow.
Don't be shutting me up in smart enough.
RKG, I find you real embarrassing tonight, but look, nah, boy. A Burger King with patties.
If you don't know what I mean.
This season just make you again more and more, you know.
That's the worst lyrics ever. You see how RKG, that's the worst lyrics ever, boy. No. RKG, you can never tell a woman she like a Burger King with patties and she feel that's offensive.
But why say it? We try to tell me more.
Yeah, but what kind of woman are you getting by?
Listen to me, right? The patties is the meat in the burger, right?
I get what you're saying, RKG.
Thank you.
Don't try to defend that.
You like real bacchanal,
don't try to defend.
Hold on. Listen to this, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Now, they say I hear salon is a real comment talk, but all ever been to a barber shop?
Yes.
Barber shop, they say the most macro talk. All you know, base was the owner of a barber shop.
You're lying.
Base was the owner of a barber shop.
Yeah?
Give them the story.
One of the best first cut downtown Port of Spain. Big barber shop. Yeah, man.
You see?
Yeah, and so Amrika, out of all these genres you do, right? The calypso, the soca, but you never delve in any chutney, you never do any chutney at all.
No, I've
stay away from that.
Countless times.
Yeah, boy. I could watch Michael as seeing that chutney finals.
I know. There were people willing to just write songs for me, and it was just at different stages in my life. Like, that was never my calling. Like, my father's side family, they do Indian dancing and so on. I tried it, and it's just not my thing.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
There's one of them.
I'm not saying that I never will. There might be some year when hopefully things get back to some sort of normalcy, where it says I might take up the opportunity and challenge myself. Because it's something that I've never done, and I know that I will do well. But for me, calypso is my thing. I also want to venture outside. So for me, focusing on chutney at this point in time still is not something that I,
What's that? My mother begging me for the longest while they sing a chutney with her. Hear the joke now, right? I do a chutney with an artist. He's not really a popular artist, but he been no upcoming artist a while back. Yeah, think you do chutney with other artists and so long, So, but at the end of the day, let me tell you something, right?
That man refused your own mother, boy. Your own mother asked her to do a song with Shani, refused, boy. Real heartless, boy.
Listen what I'm saying. When the time is right, it have to be right. The music have to be right. Let me tell you something. I could get the biggest artist. So, let me tell you, only remember this rhythm with Sean Paul. The way the time roll, I gotta be keeping you warm. Remember that, right? I had that rhythm. I was one of the first artists to get a rhythm, and I wasn't feeling the rhythm. And that rhythm ended up big with Sean Paul and all them artists. So to me, it's not about just doing something because I'm doing it. It just had to be right. You know what I mean? But Lexi mentioned something earlier about, she was working security, right? Lexi, besides being an artist, what do you do on a regular? What's the day in the life of Lexi?
Mommyhood. Zoom.
She's a full-time mom.
Right. Full-time
mom.
So
that means she's a full-time teacher, a cook, the caretaker.
Everything.
Everything.
And I still have time be doing courses, because right now I'm finishing event management course.
That's excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
You said business.
What made you want to choose?
Yeah. Pardon?
You said business owner, so what kind of business do you own?
A lot.
So what made you want to choose event management at this time? You see,
Okay, basic. Lexi, take it. Okay, right. What make me venture into that? I can't work for people. I just tend to work long one. Don't tell me when to come, when to go.
I feel like he's in trouble, okay, you know?
Yeah,
1 month, I might get fed up for a year and start a raffle. Like I work in a clothing store, friend there, we raffle all them pants before we leave, before we get 3 weeks pay. I know those gone for me. I still forget it.
Lexi, right? Watch out, right? Well, here comes Lexi. Lexi have a big personality. Big personality.
Yeah,
and Amrika, what do you do as your day job? Do you have a day job?
I teach at Orangway North.
Oh, you're a teacher.
Teacher.
I'm a
Okay.
teacher.
Watch me. If Amrika was my teacher, boy,
You'd have never learned.
Boy,
Trust me,
Nothing
my
boy.
students are very disciplined
She my
in my
mother.
class,
Yeah, of
You
course,
will learn your work
and
and
she
pass
my
it
mom.
once.
Big up and related.
Yeah, my mother have a teacher and Miss Saul. Have a teacher named Miss Salter. But I had a teacher named Miss Salter. Just like you, one very nice Indian lady in biology class. I never learned a damn thing.
So here it is. Hold on. No,
You like
hold on.
nothing?
No, listen to this, right? No, Lexi. Amrika, you are not the normal teacher. When I say the normal teacher, in the sense, I remember when I used to go to school, to a teacher named Miss King, right? Miss King, no disrespect to Miss King, but she was like our granny, you know? So she used to tell me every time, after they say, you're slouching, stop slouching, she's a pass and slap, you're slouching. It had one teacher who was a Spanish teacher, a teacher named Miss Melissa. And you remind me of her because she was one of those younger teachers. When she walked in the class, all the fellas and them, whoa, all eyes. Miss, if Miss drop a duster, you running and pick it up, you know that kind of vibe. So I believe you would fall in that category. How do you know? Let's be honest here. I sure over the years of you teaching, it would have students might come a little off or say something that you have to pull them up on. Tell my situation like that, like something that you have to deal with around that.
Oh Lord! All right. So now I don't experience those things because I guess it's based on my years of teaching. I'm teaching 14 years now, right? I started teaching at 19 years, and I started at Belmont Boys Intermediate.
Belmont Boys, you start at 19?
Yes, I did. And I actually did.
Went in the belly of the beast.
I actually did my final project at.
They're one of the most trustiest schools.
I actually did my final project
like
before officially starting to teach, and I had a boys group to teach for 14 weeks, and I had the guidance of a couple teachers in there. As well as the school that I attended, Melville Memorial Girls, they had a partner school which was St. Margaret's Boys. So some of the boys used to attend the school. So then, and then their family would have attended the school. That school was in Belmont. So a lot of people knew me. A lot of the teachers knew me. In terms of the experiences, when it says I got through with my interview and officially was appointed as Orangways, my first year there were a few incidents, and the incidents basically was me having to report a number of students, 2 in particular, and that simply was they did not know who I was. I was actually an under officer in the Trinidad and Tobago Cadet Force at that point in time. So when I started teaching there, the students that knew me as an officer, they warned the students. So basically, yes, they saw me as a teacher, but it was like, she's officer in Cadet Force. Nah, don't go wrong.
Yeah, don't mess it up.
Right? But there were two students in Form 5 at the time. When I started teaching, I was teaching lower school first. And sometimes I was teaching the class, and the only how I knew these students were in the class was when the Form 1s or Form 2 start to giggle. The size of the classes were like 30-something students. So sometimes I write it on the whiteboard, and by the time I hear the giggling and I turn around, I have to be sifting through the class to see who's not supposed to be inside of the class, right? They will sneak inside of the room and my back is turned. There was one incident where it says I literally had to lock my door because one of the guys, he was kind of obsessed, and most times because I don't have class, I would be in the room by myself and it had glass windows all around. So I used to close in the door, and break time and lunchtime, people just stand by the window and keep staring. Thankfully.
Wait, that,
yeah.
Obvious right.
Like this?
Yes. No, not with his mouth open like that. He was staring like a stalker, like literally.
Oh
like if it is he gets his hands on me, right.
His pride wasn't base?
No, it wasn't.
I wouldn't have been based.
It wasn't based.
But watch me. If you had start off, good thing is if you had start off in Trinity College, right? I used
to train in Trinity College as an officer, and we had students.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
No, but talking about in my time now, back in the days, like, you would want to stop teaching.
Nah.
But let's come. No, before you continue, RKG, you know, with teachers, right? Yeah, I love teachers, right? But do you think, teachers now being a lovely female like you, do you think we have I know there's a greater percentage of female teachers. I always think we have too many female, like back in my time going to school, teachers were men, they were like 6 feet tall, especially with the kind of students we have now, you know what I mean, from primary school. Anybody who went Rosie Boys remember teachers like Mr. Orozco, 6 feet tall, used to get the punishment with the whip and all kind of thing. But teachers now are, female, and some of the male teachers and all, you ain't even know if there's male or female. Right? But do you think that it's a little different now? But do you think we need more male teachers in school?
I think your dynamic is different. Right? You went to all boys schools, Trinity College. I think only in 4 or 6 they have females at that level. And then you went to Rosary Boys, which again is an all boys school.
Boys, very true.
Therefore, when doing interviews and so on, they would actually send more males to that school to manage. Of course, it will have females because Larry Edward was teaching at that school at one point in time, and then he was the principal, right? So most times they would send teachers at the schools that would be able to balance off based on the students. So with the co-ed schools, you'd have a balance of male. I think based on the teacher and the deans that you have at the school, once they're able to manage it, whether it's male or female, I don't think that you need more males to manage. I think once a teacher is well equipped, not physically, but able to control the student by talking to them and having a proper conversation, maintaining that respect, I don't think it's necessary to have more males or more females in a given school.
Well said. No, Lexi, give us a little history of your background in terms of your school where you attended. How was that era? From secondary.
All right, primary. I went St. Bob's Government. That's basically in my neighborhood. Went Bataria North, and then I went Modern Business Private. It's a private institution.
Right.
All was basically good because I was a kind of favorite in school, you could say. Yeah, I was awarded a principal's award. I was a prefect. I was the leader of the dance group. So everything was good. There's just, you got the little hiccups with the kids, but other than that, going to school for me was great. I can go back.
Right.
Nice one. School days were happy days for you.
Yeah, I met them days, boy.
You love that experience. Watch out. You look like she look like she's a ball up. Like, them prefect and them Mr. Ball. Hey, come here. Give me that.
Nah, I was just firm and stood. I tell you, waiters. This is what we're doing. This is what we have to do. They say, rally up the netball team. You rally up the netball team. You know your position. And I have time for that talking, you baby.
Amrika, I'm seeing a question for you here. What subjects here you used to teach?
And Lazama answered it. Theatre arts. Drama and theatre arts. So drama for lower form, theatre arts for the upper.
Seriously?
Okay, drama and theatre arts. So you went to study that? You studied
Hold on.
Yes, I did.
Basically, my second. Amrika, give me a little skit. Give me a little skit or anything. A little minute of skit.
Don't use the term skit. Don't disrespect the subject.
Go well.
Did you disrespectful so right, you boy? A skit, boy.
Correct me. What should I say?
You know what skit rhyme with? You know what skit rhymes with?
What?
Oh gosh.
You know what skit rhymes with? Come now, man. Stop that, RKG.
Stop that now.
Give me something from drama class.
Like teach us something. Like teach us. All right, teach us something. We want to drama. Teach us something. Oh, teach me something, Amrika, you know, long I want to learn something from you.
Sorry. Can anybody define the term improvisation? Jesus, that's what up.
Improvisation, to improvise. Well, I watch a lot of Saturday Night Live, so I guess that's improv. Comes from improv when you know.
Improvise. Do a little more. All right.
Does asking the question.
No, she asked a question.
To do, seeing that y'all want to learn.
Yeah.
So
to improv, okay. To
all right. Okay. So improvisation. So improvisation is acting on the spur of the moment without the use of a script, right?
Right.
So that is the definition in theater arts. Of course, you could improvise if it is you don't have a woogie, you could use a rubber band. So you use something else, right? And instead of, but in theater, it's acting on the spur of the moment without the use of a script. So
you want me to put on a show then?
Well, wait now.
Improv, she giving us the scenario.
In class, you can create improvisations using 3 stimuli. 1, proverbs, 2, situations, and 3, objects. So this is the task now, right? I'm going to give you all a proverb. Everybody know what a proverb is, right? It's a saying that teaches a lesson, moral, or a story. So I'll give you all one example of a proverb, and I'm going to ask the 3 of you to give 3 other examples of proverbs. So monkey see, monkey do. That is a proverb. Can you tell me what that means?
Monkey see, monkey do. Anything I see, I do.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do.
So you understand that concept. So RKG, give me an example of a proverb.
Crapo smoke your pipe?
Crapo smoke your pipe. Lexi, do you understand what that means?
No, I was reading the comments.
Okay.
Lexi, pay attention in class, Lexi.
Lexi
pay attention.
Yeah, that's a nice bluff. But if somebody tell you crapo smoke your pipe, if your mother say don't do that, or else crapo smoke your pipe, what that mean?
Yes, it's grass.
Cut ass.
Right? You're going to get into trouble if it says you do what I tell you don't do. Right? Basically, give my next proverb.
The harder they come, the harder they fall.
Right? Explain.
Who, me explain it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the harder they come, it's like a David and Goliath. Sometimes they come real hard and they fall. They big and they bluffing, but they can fall easy.
All right, nice. So I'm going to drop 3 more. And you all can drop some in the comments as well, eh? The apple don't fall far from the tree. That's another proverb. That's something that people don't even understand. What does that mean?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Bessie.
Okay, yes, the apple don't fall far from the tree, or sometimes they might say the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree,
right.
Which means that your children are like you, your offspring are like you.
Right, okay, good. If I say you could lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
Go ahead.
What school is this by? There's Russell at up here.
You could lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
You can't force somebody to do nothing. I don't know.
You could
gosh,
try
miss.
Think of it as somebody. Yes, Bessie.
Yes, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can lead somebody and to do something, encourage somebody to do something, but you really cannot make them do
Correct.
It, you know?
Correct. So somebody who is on drugs or somebody who is stealing, you could tell them how much. Don't do that. You could carry them for help, and if it says they choose to still go in the wrong direction, they will do it. You could give them everything at their disposal, but you cannot force them to do something that they have to take it upon themselves to do. I'm seeing some people in the comments, Bush Javiers, RKG.
Bush Javiers.
Be careful where you talk. Be careful where you say.
Because people listening, right? People
You don't know who listening.
Be careful of the circles that you are in and what conversations that you are having, because people are listening out there. I'm saying drip by drip, just fill the buckets, correct? So pace yourself. Everything will come.
What about this one? What about this one, Amrika? One message don't pass here.
One message don't, yeah, correct. One message don't pass here. That is a nice one. Like you experienced that already.
My grandmother and them, I still like a lot of old people.
Okay.
Yeah, Lexi only reading the comments. Lexi, you're paying attention?
Right. So
Yeah, listen, one of my students pass you.
right. So now that we have established some of the proverbs, I want one of you all to choose one of the proverbs, and we are going to create a scenario with it. You're going to create an intro.
What am I to pass here?
All right.
Right.
So we're using what do pass you, and what we are going to do now in order to develop this improvisation, we are going to create characters. So each of us, we will become a character, or I could drop out and we could get anybody inside of the chat who wants to join in, and we are going to create a scenario. So the improvisation now is where you are going to build a story based on who don't miss it as past you. So RKG, you give us an example of a story that you can use this proverb in.
All right. Base.
Yeah.
Boy, something happened about 5 years ago, you know, boy. 5 years ago it happened, you know. I went to a little party now, right? No, you know, as a married man, right? As a faithful man. I went to a little party and I had a few drinks, boy, right? And she come and give me a dance, boy. She give me a bubble. If you see that bubble, boy, what should I get mesmerized one time? If you saw she bubble, boy, if you see she bubble like soup. Boy, I was so high now. She started to nibble on my neck. We get high. And boy, I had a one-night stand, bro. I had a one-night stand. Little that I knew that I had a condom on me, right? I mean, as men, we always walk with condoms. I shouldn't be doing that in the first place because I'm married, but I walk with a condom on me. And I left the condom back in my pants, boy, and my wife ended up washing my clothes and find the condom. Boy, after she find that condom, I love my wife. I had to confess. I confessed to her. That went into years, about 4 years of torture, boy. I tell you, pressure. You know, when I think we going good, as soon as, you know, and we might go on a vacation, then she could bring it up. You horn me. You dirty, stinking dog. You horn me. Boy, I had real problems. You know what I mean? When I thought that we got over everything and was smooth sailing, and she tell me, bring my phone for me. And I went on her phone, boy. And I end up in the pictures, and I end up in a video.
Miss, our RKG stories has been kind of long, miss.
That's all right.
Wait, I went up in a video, and I saw a video with she and a man having sex, boy. That real hot, you know. That real hot, man.
So you feel like that was your karma? You feel like what is saying past you?
What do I miss it past you? What?
Well, you tell us the story. So now we had to act it out.
Analyze it.
Right?
Yeah,
so what usually happens is you give the class a proverb. So I gave you all the proverb.
Yeah, right.
It was discussed. So RKG gave his whole story, and sometimes this happens with students. Like they have full-on experiences of things that happening, like the crap will smoke your pipe, or from Tip does make God laugh, or the longest rope have an end. Most of them
this never happened to me.
Again, but from their parents, right? So they have real examples of things that happen, and they will share it with their classmates, and then they will build around it. So everybody here could add something to the story and make it a little more exciting, or they could tweak it a little.
Because it was boring, it?
No, it was not.
Business bad.
So why gotta be making more exciting?
Base bad mind.
No. Okay, so the point is now, and as Basie was saying, you know, RKG, you know, leaving the story long, but sometimes in theater and in classes, telling your stories becomes drama therapy for you. So the way he was able to vocalize it and vocalize it openly, it actually helps because he's expressing himself. And this is also values. These are also values that, you know, indirectly it's taught in class. Because you have children, you have students who go into certain things and they're not able to express that. They're not able to share it. And it affords them the ability to really express and let it out and, you know, encourage other children to join in with them and so forth. Right? So
have you ever had somebody... Have you ever had a child like break down in your class and because of something that me happening home
all the time,
experience
all the time. So therefore I have to put them through different scenarios to bring them back. I also have to refer them to counseling depending on how serious the situation is.
So almost like a therapist.
Well, we are trained to deal with students because it is an expressive class. And we, in terms of students expressing themselves and being able to portray real situations, real characters, real people, they often have to get deep into thoughts and deep into emotion with those characters. Sometimes they get into it and they feel so connected with the character, somebody losing a grandparent, and they have to play the part of a wake, right? And some of the cultural forms that I have in Form 4 is dealing with wakes. And some of the students go through it, they have to go through that moment. So I have activities that will bring them to the point of getting emotional, but not emotional too much that they can't come back out of it.
Someone says it's a great way of students expressing themselves.
To express themselves, yeah, man. Yeah. This is good. So this is being taught in all schools, because I didn't know they used to do this. This is being taught in all the secondary schools.
In most schools it's being offered. I've been teaching for the past 14 years, and before me it was being taught, and after I got into school, more persons were doing their certificates and getting their degrees done in theater and signing up for it and becoming teachers in secondary schools and primary schools. So yes, it's in most schools now.
Yeah. No, so Lexi doing hers now? Lexi doing hers now?
I was about to ask Lexi.
I hear.
What don't meet you pass here? An example of it.
She could use a different proverb.
Oh.
What don't meet you this part? What? Take over.
Lexi, choose a different proverb.
Yeah, which one you said? Like one that you said. Did you say a proverb? Which one you said?
I didn't say none.
You didn't say any?
Okay, so Lexi, you're drinking anything?
No, President.
Take an object that's around you and you're going to create a scenario based on that object.
Anything?
Yeah. No cucumbers, eh? Oh, melon juice.
Oh gosh, it's our students on the live.
Oh, students on the students on the live.
All you know is to come here to hear school, and I have school tomorrow.
Lexi don't want to hear nothing about school.
Oh, you don't hear?
Yeah, all you change it.
No, but this could be,
like, for real. I just bring it real and keep it real now.
All right, hear what, right.
Stressed out right now.
All right, so check it out, right? So I want to add a topic on radio about, I think it was the day before yesterday, I think it was yesterday, right? The topic was, and I will bring forward the topic on the live here, and I want to hear the comments on the people, I want to hear the comments from everybody. What age is a good age to leave home? What age is a good age to leave your parents' home?
I think legally, the age for leaving home between 18, 19, 20, 21. And that is only if you are able to handle yourself.
And when it's the handle itself, be more specific with that.
In terms of being able to parent or get land, build your own home, able to manage your finances, able to be safe.
So do you think an 18, 19-year-old could buy a home? Should an 18, 19-year-old leave to pay a rent at 18, 19?
No, I'm not saying should, but he's asking what is the legal age that it can happen. I was renting at 19 years old.
Seriously?
Yes, I had my own place at 19 years old.
Why did you choose? So you was fresh, or you was frustrated? What make you do that?
If what?
What made you do that? What made you do that? I mean, there
were different circumstances that caused me to leave. And when I started teaching at 19 as well. So
so if you have big money, you could think the teaching.
I didn't feel I was a big woman. I didn't feel I was a big woman. But I was mature enough to handle myself. I was taking care of my godparents at the age of 16. I took care of my brother growing up. I took care of family members. So for me, living on my own, I took care of my own home and I was living at home. So for me, living on my own wasn't an issue. And then I was living right next door to where it is I was teaching as well. So it was more convenient, it was safer. When I moved out of home too, there were lots of issues in Belmont. People were shooting up the street, they were threatening people in the area. You know, there
also, you're originally from Belmont then?
Yeah.
Yeah, Belmont girl.
Yeah, she said that, okay, yeah, she said that.
I missed that.
So there were a number of issues surrounding me leaving home. Nobody's situation is perfect, so there were family issues, there were safety issues because I was studying in UE, completing my practitioners, starting off my degree, and sometimes rehearsals would finish 2 o'clock in the morning. I did not have transport at that point in time, and traveling to Belmont those hours, the night, sometimes you have to get a lift home and all of that. So, you know. Yeah.
So that's the story. That's the story. I like that. I like to hear about people's experiences because even someone yesterday said on the radio that they made a very important point where they haven't left home yet because their parents, they're like the only child, and their parents need them because their parents sickly and they need to see about their parents. And so they are different situations.
It's different dynamics.
Yeah.
You can't.
What about you, Lexi? What do you think?
Pardon?
No, what do you think? How old you should be when you leave home? How old were you when you left? You leave home or you left home?
No, I'm still with my dad. I am still here with my dad. Yeah, but what I was saying is at the age of 25, age doesn't really define your maturity or define when you should really leave somewhere. I believe once you have experience and if you're forced, if something is forced on you, you have no choice. So it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have students who is actually in school right now. Who is renting on their own and they're like 16.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they team up with two other students. Yes. You don't know the dynamic that somebody is facing at home.
A lot of people. All right. I want to share my experience on the live. You know, because I can relate to somebody leaving home early. No, I left home at the age of 18. No, I didn't just leave home. I didn't pick up myself. Mommy say, what's going on? I want to get out my house, right? No, check it out. And here what made that happen, right? I grew up with a real strict stepfather now. So it's one of those guys, real strict. And he had just passed, I had just turned 18, right? I was in my first real kind of relationship, right? My mother didn't approve of the individual at the time, right? So my mom was like, here we're going on, partner. If you're going to stay in that relationship, you need to leave my house. No.
How the girl was looking? My mother didn't approve. How the girl was looking?
No, I think it's more.
No, I'm asking a legitimate question.
No, she was nice. That wasn't the problem. It was not physical.
No, she was nice to you. She was nice to you, but what she was?
Listen.
She had powder on her neck. The rings. What?
I want to say something, but we're on the live. I ain't gonna say it, but anyhow. Right.
All right,
so,
now,
where I was going is that she didn't approve of the relationship, and she said to me, "If you're going to stay with this girl, you need to leave my house." Now, when she said it the first time, I didn't take her. But what happened? She started. Every morning I get up, she's telling me, "You still here? Get out of my house." And it started to play on my mind. It really started to play on my mind. So eventually, I did leave. I left at the age of 18. You know, it wasn't an easy road. You know what I mean? But at the same time, eventually I came back home about some years after, and then I took off again. As we were saying, all right? So I came back home after a while. But my point is, a lot of times, people leave because of different circumstances, whether they be maybe somebody being abused, maybe it's a situation at home, or people are actually forced to leave. And we were having a conversation yesterday where a lot of Trinbagonian parents say, as soon as they reach 18, they need to leave my house. And I honestly think that is wrong.
Yeah, I was one of those.
I think that is setting your child up for failure. For failure in life.
Yeah.
It didn't set me up for failure. I am very successful, and that's
you were a teacher. You were a teacher. You had a job. You had a good job.
No. Let me clear it up. I was still studying. And at the age of 19, I started teaching. But that was after I moved out. I did my intern. That was after I moved out. out, I got the call that I got through the interview, and I was getting the post. They had to call me back after. But, you know, in terms of, what is he showing, rum punch? Yeah.
Yeah, rum punch.
No,
Like shotty rum punch.
Shotty rum punch you drinking.
Okay, very
Go
good.
ahead.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying. In terms of being forced to move out. And I really, like, for me, people say, okay, well, you're setting up your children to fail when you do that. You grew up with parents who strict and who rigid and who always coming down your throat with certain things. You had to hard up yourself at some point and realize that no matter what they say and they do, you're going to develop that hardness and that surety that no matter what, I will survive out there.
No, Amrika Base and Lexi, I want to say something though, because somebody might have heard what I just said and say, oh, cool. Mommy dread or mommy bad. My mother was a real nice woman. She's still a nice woman. But I think as an adult now, when I look at it, you know, I could reason and understand a little more because, all right, my mother had me when she was 21. She had just turned 21, right? And especially having a child that young, you learn eventually. You don't know everything. It's not like an experience, you know. So even at the age that my mother told me what my mother said, what she said, I don't think she meant it, but it's almost like she was an overprotective parent trying to protect me, but didn't know how to deal with me having a girlfriend. If you understand what I'm saying.
But what she right? You know, sometimes mothers just have a little thing.
Yeah.
No, I was saying sometimes mothers just have a little inclination about. Sometimes mothers just have a little inclination about a female you're with now, like they didn't really like that girl or something. You know, the person might be a nice person, but sometimes they might be wrong, they might be right. So was your mother wrong or right? That's the next thing too.
Well, boy, let me say the relationship didn't work eventually. It didn't work, you know what I mean? So that's another thing. Sometimes your parents see things that you don't see. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that is life. Life is, I mean, trial and error. You know, we experience after a while certain things in life. So that is the way the cookie crumbles at times. So my point is, basically, it's based on your maturity. You know, like all right, like what Amrika said earlier, that she has students that are 16 that they pop together and they rent together. Sometimes there are homes that young ladies are being molested, they've been interfered with. There's so many circumstances, so many things they're going through. Right? It's not like they want to leave home, but they don't have a choice. You know what I mean? They have to. You know what I mean? So it's teacher's own.
Yeah.
Right. So Amrika, who does your nails? Who does your nails there? I was noticing your nails.
Tasha Kadu. She is based in Marabella. It's a twin actually. Kisha and Tasha, and they have a beauty salon. So one she takes care of my hair, and the other one does the nails.
Oh, quite Marabella. Where you from? You from South? You live South?
Yes, I moved to South. Where you from? Business?
No, I just business,
and Lexi, who did the hair? Who did the hair? The nice braids.
Myself.
Very nice.
You're saving that money, girl.
Lexi, you're multi-talented, by well.
YouTube is like your best friend.
YouTube.
It's all right. So check it out now. No, we on the IG, so you know I would browse through the IG sometimes, and I recently saw Amrika, you know, you have this business that you're doing right now. I believe it's delivering burgers, selling burgers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's a venture. You all know I love to cook, right? Well, Basie will know that for sure.
Well, we never taste it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We just see videos.
No,
you know?
I just have a passion for cooking. I eventually want to open my own restaurant. And that is something that I'm very passionate about. I have my friend, DJ Kamau. He also started cooking from home. You know, COVID made everybody a cook. Everybody in the house, they're cooking things, they're trying new recipes and all of that. And of course, I was on vacation. And I went by him in studio and we started talking and we were like, all right, cool. What are you cooking today? Let me try this. And I told him, I say, you know what, why we don't try this and, you know, sell it. So we it was just supposed to be like a trial thing. And after the first run, it was like a burger madness. It was like, okay, Black Friday sale coming up. People always looking for a little sale around Black Friday. Let me do something for it. And after that, from the day after, people were messaging us, hey, when are they doing the event here again? This is an every week thing, every 2 weeks thing. And I spoke to Kamau because she's at home right now. And I said, you know what? If you want to do it, we could, you know, continue doing it every fortnight or whatever. And we decided to do the holiday independence again. It was another successful run. And we are doing it again for Republic Day. So it's not something that we really planned. It's something that just kind of happened through conversation. It was like a challenge first between both of us. It was like, hey, you try your burgers and I will try mine. Let me see which one tastes better. We bought up some recipes and we said, okay, we will give to our family. We will give to some friends. Let them taste it and tell us what they think about it. And then we just started going from there.
Someone said the burger was. They said the burger was
best. The burger was best. No, it was a different kind of burger. You all had shrimp burgers and this and another.
No, salmon. We had the zest burger, salmon, the zest beef. We had the zest beef. We had the buttermilk chicken and we had
200 for that burger.
Salmon.
What's the price? How much
salmon burger? Yes.
It was $50. That included fries and a drink. I don't know why.
See, that real good.
Salmon.
Yes.
But salmon, no, you can advertise. This is the place to advertise. $50 a burger and a drink, and it's a salmon burger.
Yes.
Yeah. Lexi as a Republic.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Now Lexi as a single mom and stuff, you know, I know you say you have plenty, you delve into plenty things, but what is a good little side hustle you're into, Gil?
Makeup.
Oh, makeup, okay.
Selling bundle.
Okay.
So Lexi, anybody ever listen to this? Right? Anybody ever comment here? So do they hear now?
No. No, I want to do my own hair, not to pay nobody.
Also,
no, you want to make money, you can't make money doing your own hair. To pay you.
No. Listen. My business is rather to sell bundles. In order to me, I want to do my own thing. I don't know. If I want to do a fast performance, I could do my own hair.
All right, give us the idea. How much bundles go for? Because somebody told me bundles could be very expensive. What are the prices?
Yes, it is. It range in length. It range in style. It range in the quality. So some might be 18, some might be 1,500. No cheap thing.
Give me the brand.
Brazilian, you selling the Brazilian?
The expensive brand.
Lace front, all these things. Yes, these things is it's expensive.
Wow. Amrika, you just wear them thing? You just be in them thing? You just use any bundles?
No, I don't use bundles.
Okay. So that's a real one. No ponytail, nothing?
No, this is mine. It's
all yours. Hello. Now, Amrika, I recently saw you had a picture with you up against another one of my favorites, D Live-Amrika. Right?
Yes.
It really confused me. That picture really confused me. Because, I didn't know who to choose. Like, I really, if you have somebody had to choose between Amrika and D Live-Amrika.
Basic code, man. You tell me Disha nothing.
If you had to choose, finish my story now. If you had to choose between D Live-Amrika and Amrika, it was a real tough choice. Really tough.
But that wasn't even the competition, man, Messi.
I know, I didn't care.
Lexi had to excuse me. He's a little excited tonight. He's a fan of Amrika. You have to excuse him.
I have all our albums.
Let's go back with Lexi.
So Lexi, let me take over this interview. So what's next for Lexi in terms of music?
Thank you.
And in terms of music? Okay, well, I have some things coming very, very soon. Well, I recently released, really sorry, as I said, my Calypso 2 weeks ago called Deliverance. Is basically what is happening in society today. Leaders going astray, pastors afraid to tell you the truth. Government is basically about everything. So, but I have dancehall, I have soca, I have fusion music. I have a lot coming right now.
Is there any particular genre that you like out of all of the genres that you are doing?
R&B, dancehall, mix it. I can't say R&B alone or dancehall because just twang it, I just mix it.
Very nice.
Yeah, fuse it.
Okay.
She's a sincere.
Yeah. You said. Anyhow. There's a. She said something about stay off on the live with that. No, Amrika also saw you with Kama in the studio working on something. I didn't hear this song or anything like that.
I have not posted anything about this song.
You're hiding from us, so go.
Because
it's we stuff at the place on radio.
Just like Lexi, there are lots of things that you don't want to talk about, put it in the universe as yet, because they are listening.
Yeah, that's blind too.
Sometimes people block your blessings, right?
Block your blessings.
Apart from that, a lot of the work is not completed, but some of it will be completed by this year, specifically October, November. So you will be getting new music, but it's not going to be released here. It's going to be released outside and then come back.
Okay.
So what kind of music it is? What kind of music it is?
Oh gosh, when you get it, you will hear it.
No, just that genre.
Amrika, we think about bass song TikTok, mommy.
I find it's doing really well. I was actually surprised when I saw the videos. First of all, I assume I said, but basically taking videos and he adding his music to it, not knowing people are.
He was doing that at first, eh? He was doing it after a while.
No, I never did that.
Because I was seeing people doing different things, and sometimes the music not lining up, but TikTok usually does that if you slow down the if you slow down the video, something
get you.
Yeah, but he's doing really well.
Yeah. Today it actually took on a new twist because everybody feel like you had to sing or you had to dance something, but somebody actually sent a video where they're doing a twist what they're doing here. You know what I mean? So women could actually do their business and do different things.
Yeah.
They're very, very creative. Are you on TikTok? You're on TikTok?
I have a TikTok profile, but I don't have time for TikTok, honestly.
You should be on TikTok. Yeah. But I think TikTok is a way you could communicate with your students.
Yeah. I use other platforms, but my niece is trying to get me to do some of these TikToks. She is the only person that does rope us in. Our cousins, she is the only person that does rope us in to get these videos done. And there are a few on my page, but other than that, I don't have time.
It's very time consuming.
Very.
So check it out, right? You heard my inspirational song. You heard my gospel.
Yes, I heard it, and I heard you playing it this evening when I came into the live as well.
You watch the video yet?
No, I didn't watch the video.
You're studying too much at TikTok, mommy.
Me?
Boy, don't be jealous now. Don't get jealous between us now. Come now, don't get jealous now. Gosh, come now.
That you need to go check out the music video. But it's not about us right now. It's about you guys now. Moving forward, right? Who are some of the inspirations? I mean, as you came from Calypso, right? And this question is also for Lexi. Who are some of the people you're inspired by when it comes to music?
I'll say Whitney Houston, sorry, is my inspiration. Just because of the vocals and the way, she could attract a crowd, and Whitney walking is basically, she never started singing yet and she have the crowd lock.
Correct.
For the
male, I would still say Marshall as my local.
Sing out with Houston first now.
God. Which one to sing? That's not so much.
I'll get an easy one. Your love is my love. Your love is my love.
If tomorrow was Judgment Day and I'm standing on the front line, and the Lord asked me what I did with my life, I would say I spend it with you. The end.
Nice.
Very nice.
We think Amrika. We think.
Yeah, she has some nice range there, man.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Gary got some kind of acapella now. They targeted me right through with acapella.
Any of your favorite song? Let me hear something acapella now.
You see, when they put me on this spot like that, I just know what to sing because you say favorites and it's a million songs I could think about. I could think about more.
Well, singing Sandra, Die With My Dignity. Die With My Dignity, singing Sandra.
Oh God, don't do me that.
Okay.
So that why thing?
Nah, don't get me Sandra.
It's a calypso.
My heart, nah.
Yeah, she
I dealing
that
with
close
too much
now.
of lost ones. Yeah, I can't do that. Give me anything.
Sing anything, darling.
But sing one of your songs. Sing one of your songs. Sing one of your songs. Your song.
So remember one of my songs now, boy.
You do remember
Darling,
one of
you
your
know,
songs?
just study bass. Listen to me, right? Listen
Yeah.
to me, right? She sang a Whitney Houston. You can sing anything you want. Go ahead.
You have it better than me, girl.
No, because all I hearing is Whitney in my head now. Now Whitney is one of my favorites as well. Whitney, my godfather was a lover of Whitney, and every time it was his birthday, he used to make me sing "I Will Always Love You." And then he
But sing that one.
Oh gosh, no! And then he passed.
No, oh gosh.
If I should stay, I will only be in your way, so I'll go. But I know, Lord, I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. I done there. All you put me.
Yeah.
Based on what you know.
Wow.
No.
Warm up the voice.
Oh my God.
No. Wonderful
Yeah,
lady.
boy. You see that part of the live there, boy? Stop it and play it over and over.
Oh Lord.
What's that? Why they give up the ears ringing in the morning in America? Trust me. This guy different. This guy different. All right. So we asked her the question before. What we're gonna put the question to Amrika right now. Amrika, you're a teacher. You know, you're artiste. You're entrepreneur. Are you single-ish?
No,
Are you single? Hey, she answered before. You're in a relationship.
Yes, I am.
Yes, she is. A happy relationship at that. Very happy. Shouts to that man who's making us happy.
I don't think we are supposed to hear that, but
No, I know that. I know it. We know it. We all know it.
You know what, basically, I know you always posting your foot and somebody rubbing your foot.
Yeah.
Oh God, have somebody just give me a little manicure, pedicure.
I said Spanish.
What's Spanish?
Well, she's a Spanish. Well, she's a mix. She's mixed.
That's the next door neighbor, George.
Wow, KG. Wow, okay. Yeah, man. So how's Arsenal doing, Amrika? They win any games lately?
Oh, no, boy. I am not an Arsenal fan.
Oh,
I'm the Arsenal fan inside.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Pressure for Arsenal, guy. But do you follow football? Do you follow football at all?
Yes,
yeah,
I
do. You into sports? Any sports? He come on there. Arsenal.
You want to know what games Arsenal win recently? Yeah, the man started scratching here. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, boy. Hard luck there, Arsenal fans. Keep the faith. Once your man is an Arsenal fan, you're good at backing. You're strong enough. Because I mean, to be backing Arsenal, you gotta be real strong.
Supportive. Yeah, you gotta be
real strong, real supportive. So you have good support right there. If it's one thing you have, America, is good support. Good support.
I have a question for you ladies here. It's been over 2 years now in the pandemic, right? It's about 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
Correct me?
Yes.
About 2 years.
Almost.
Going on 2 years, right? What would you like to see when people say it's the new way of living, it's the new way of life, right? But I
the
new normal. I honestly believe we would have a time again where we would get back to some sort of normalcy, right? But after all what has happened, what you all would like to see from Trinidad and Tobago? What you would like to see from the people, from the citizens after experiencing what we have experienced?
Repeat the question. In terms of what? In terms of getting back to a place of normalcy?
Yeah. So, all right. After going through almost 2 years of a pandemic, right? What kind of change you would like to see from the citizens of our nation?
There's so many different things that I would like to see. And I think it is there. I think one, patriotism, not only when it says we have sports, not only when it says we have somebody going up for Olympics. I think that we do not appreciate our culture enough like other countries. So Jamaica, they wear their clothes. Everything is a Jamaican print. They have the flags all over. They speak their country all the time. They represent well. I think in terms of Trinidad and Tobago, we still have that follow mentality. We want to be first world, but we still have the third world mentality. And I think patriotism is one thing that we need to really portray. Not only when tourists come to Trinidad and we say, yeah, it's Trinidad. People outside appreciate Trinidad more than we do our own country. Right? So that's one thing. I think in terms of crime, I know there's crime all over and in every area. But I think because there's so many young people coming up that is so uplifting, there's so many businesses starting up, young people, young entrepreneurs, they're not waiting to be under somebody or employed by somebody. They are beginning. And this is what COVID has done for many people. If it is COVID did not happen, a lot of young people would be working in the groceries and they'd be working under someone. Whereas now they're at home and they have to find a way, and now they're starting up businesses. The support needs to be there, especially when things get back to normal. Friends and family need to support, not say, okay, well, you have a business now, gimme. Right? We have a gimme mentality. So we need to support each other, music-wise. I think the culture, and I'm speaking to Lexi as well, and all of us here, we are artists. It shouldn't be that we have to go outside to be appreciated as artists. It should not be that we have to go outside for people to appreciate our music and then we be appreciated here. Right?
Facts.
So I think that is something that I would love to see. Right now we have artists outside. Patrice Roberts, Voice, Kes, Nyla Blackman, Nessa. They are outside doing so well representing Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm living vicariously through the videos that I'm seeing and so on. But when we come back here, do they really get that full-on support? Or are they just going to be here to wait for another opportunity to go outside? We need to do it here. These are some of the things that I really, really want to see when we get back to some place of normalcy.
And you, Lexi?
Same thing she said, especially where the culture is concerned, full 100.
Well,
now, in terms of vaccination, ladies, where do you all stand with the vaccine, with vaccination and stuff? Now, Lexi, what about you with vaccines? Are you vaccinated? Are you anti-vax?
You have reached the number of 1868 done.
You reach a number of 1868 done. So you're done with that. Like, all right, that sounds like an anti-vax sound.
I don't even know why. I don't even know.
What about you, Amrika?
Well, what is it? What is the question?
No. No, in terms of the vaccination, where are you in terms? Of course, you're a teacher. You know, are you well pro-vax, anti-vax? So.
No, I am for personal choice. That is what I am for. If it says you feel comfortable with getting vaccinated, go forth and get vaccinated. If it says you are not sure because the information out there is so much information, you don't know what is facts and you don't know what is fraud, right? You have doctors who talking about taking the vaccine, that you shouldn't take it and you should go with ivermectin and the vitamin D and the zinc and the vitamin C and take that alone to build up your immune system to fight this thing. And then you have people saying you should get vaccinated, and same doctors and nurses telling you should get vaccinated because if you get it, if you get COVID, you will suffer and die, right? So basically my stance on it is I cannot force anybody and I will never inveigle anybody to do it. At first, I did it and that was my choice. But in the initial instance, my thought process was like, no, this thing now happened. They now create a vaccine. They're going to put this thing in my system. I don't know if I'm going to be retarded next 2 years. But it's a personal choice. it really is a personal choice. So that's where I
we need to respect everybody's choice. Yeah,
correct,
we need to respect because sometimes the vaccine thing could end up kind of, right now like politics, but politics is one talk, or sports is what people just talk about sports. One talk right now is the vaccine talk, yes?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
All right. So we wanna take the time out to thank you, ladies, for giving us your time here on the live this evening.
Thank you so much
nice.
for having us.
Well informative.
Same here, thank you.
We learn a lot. We learn a lot from Lexi, Amrika. We learn a lot from you. Well, Base is going to sleep happy tonight.
Yeah.
The only thing he vexed about is that you say in a relationship, but anyhow.
No, I know that. I mean, come on, I'm not going to vex at that. Once Amrika is happy, I am happy. Right? I'm happy for you. You see that smile? I love to see that smile. Once Amrika is happy, I'm happy.
Lexi, your mother, you're an artiste. You're a aspiring artist. You're doing your thing. You have some nice music. Continue to do what you're doing. I want to hear more from Lexi. I want to hear more from. I want to hear Lexi song on the radio tomorrow. You're playing Lexi song on the radio tomorrow. That thing you're talking. Don't worry now. I know I just defend the artist on them. Don't worry.
Right, defend the artist.
Right?
Nice.
I just defend the artist on them. Right? I'm the defender of the artist. I actually, and basically tell you this. I keep it real on this life. No, we're not. There's no pun intended when it comes to other announcers and radio men, right? But based on myself is two of the few artists, announcers that are actually really trying to help artists. Like I have a segment in a program I do Monday to Thursday called Who is Next on Next, where I feature different artists every single day. With that said, it needs to go through normal protocol, the producer, the program director, to make sure the music is fit in terms of the quality and the standard of the music. But once the music is on the system, I feature different artists every day. I feature the artists at 12:55 every day. You all could listen here different artists, or every person, or every public continue to request a song, you might hear it again. So it's called Who's Next on Next. So thank you guys again for your time. I wish you all the best.
Same to you.
We need to taste the burger. I know when we get the burger, Republic
September
base.
24th.
24, you gotta buy it. How much it is, dog? Don't free thing, We buying your burgers, girl.
I buy chutty rum punch. I like to support local.
All right. We buying burgers. Buying Amrika burger. How about 10?
I'll hold in for that.
All right, okay. How about 10?
What's your
right, we didn't play Lexi song,
Yeah, man. Lexi song now. I don't know.
Amrika. He like a bird, He cheap,
Yeah, real cheap, but I real cheap. So if I tell you, Amrika, I buy 10 of your burger, trust me. Yeah, support, man. I don't support Arsenal, but I'll support you.
Thank you.
I want Lexi there. Oh, Lexi, if you had a song for us to play, what song would you like us to play?
To the ground.
To the ground. Lexi, to the ground. Lexi, you're going on dance or we going on with that banger?
Lexi, no time for that.
No time for that.
Oh gosh. Lexi to the ground.
Lexi,
look at here.
Lexi, when I tell you like a burger, I mean they're sexy. I don't study this. But go ahead.
No. Don't go with our lyrics, man. If somebody go slap you down with our lyrics, eh? I remember the song, man. I remember the song. Wicked DJs will play this, man. Wicked.
There's a nice production.
Yeah.
The nice year. Nice nation. Yeah.
Nice Nation, what you know about
I did music with Nice Nation.
Yeah, man. Song good, man.
You did what?
I did two songs with Nice Nation. One of them I got.
What you do as this? Amrika, you have as this out there? Amrika, you have a zest? You have a zest?
Pull it up.
Huh?
Pull up Amrika song there.
Amrika have a zest, boy. A Nice Nation zest, what name?
One is My Business and the next one is Ride It.
All right. Ooh, I want to hear
Ride it.
Ride it. Amrika.
Ride it.
You must know nice music.
Amrika, ride it, boy. Oh, look at the video. The graphics. Oh gosh.
Let me take my ID. She want me sticking
Oh yeah. I see Amrika on a bike here, boy. Got him a ringtone.
Some girl hold on tight to go on right, you know. Hold on school to change to do it. Real man gets wild up on me. Soon as I start them slide up on me. No waist move mountain and climb up on me. Now watch me cause I can't take time up on me. Well girl don't seem like kettle. Them get it drinks when you walk past settle. And I don't make Olympic medal. I ride no tour and I ride with medal.
Because your lyrics, girl.
Yeah.
Your lyrics. What? Ride it. Okay, what we had to do, boy? What these ladies have to do? What is all they just want? What is all they want?
I'm sorry for the Arsenal, man.
Ride it, you know. 2014.
Hey, Olia, it was nice, ladies.
It was
I
nice.
do appreciate you all.
Yeah.
Love, life.
Amrika and I will continue the live after.
Love, respect. Hey, no. Let me end with the song now. Let me end with the song.
Oh gosh, we had that song all night, boy.
Oh God, you like to fight, my boy.
Alright, okay. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna be like them other DJs.
Alright.
Target soldiers and fashion guys. For the ones that here, hashtag love life.
Them don't know my pain, my struggles and my gain. Every time I fall, Father God make me rise again. Them don't know my heart, them bottom and them touchful and them want tear me apart. Them don't know my life, them don't know my fight. Father God bless me, now I can testify. And let me tell you about life. Life. Every time that I fall, God pick me up. God pick me up. And let me tell you about life.
All right. I was
very nice.
I was a little disappointed Amrika didn't see the video, but Amrika go check out the video. Lexi go check out the video. But on a real note though, the songs that you have played for us, you know, inbox me, email it, send it to my email. Because I have the program called Who's Next on Next where I try to feature different artists. Even if it's a song 2-3 years ago, sometimes you never know. These songs are still new to the world. You know what I mean? So send the music, send me a message, I'll send him an email, send the music. Basically, we get a piece of the TikTok, mommy, and end with it now.
I will request your song every day. Hey, Amrika, you still do Latin dancing and things? Well, no, that done on a Sunday.
No, we can't do Latin dancing because, of course.
Oh, cool. Yeah, boy. So watch me, that's when because of COVID, you had a Latin dance, so it's like far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. It's damn COVID, buddy. Terrible.
I understand why American never. I understand why American never went on a date with you.
Yeah, but I get carried away.
All right. So you all have a blessed night. RKG, I'm gonna check out your video. Lexi,
yes,
blessed.
Yeah, please do.
Same to you, sweetie.
All the
Same
best.
to you.
In the future, I hope that we can actually meet up in person and do something.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Give me the TikTok, mommy, please.
Yeah, man. Don't forget the TikTok, man. If you're joining TikTok, Amrika, do a TikTok mommy challenge, right? If you're joining TikTok, Lexi, if you're on TikTok, I know you're 3 years away, but you could be a young TikTok mommy.
I don't know that song, no. Yeah, I don't know that song. I never hear that TikTok mommy song.
Serious? We'll be playing it now for your TikTok mommy. Wait, what's that playing?
Spanish, you know them, not for me.
Yeah?
Everybody
My man. Nice for everybody. It's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Right.
I love the way you jiggle up your body. Tick tock, my man. Tick tock, my man. Tick tock, my man. Sexy, hot. I see you, oh baby. Hear the lyrics. They say you're bad with your old self. Look, woman, come and bring your whole self. I want to put you on my bookshelf. Treat you like a queen. What you doing, man? You sell. You know they're hotter than a young gal. You're beautiful and legal. See, I'm attracted to maturity, sense of authority. You're there over for.